All right, that's good. That looks good. All right, now we just wait and see if anyone shows up tonight. It's always a fun question mark. Nice little wait and kind of see like, well, oh, look at that. We got notifications and everything tonight. Later on. Slide that over, pop that open. Oh yeah, Fernando, what's up? What's up, Daniel? How's it going? Hopefully you're having a good night. Unskippable ads, it's always the worst. That's always gotta come back in. What's up, Jags? All right, there we go. Got that up. Yeah, not really too much crazy immediate things to talk about. Just a few small things tonight. But I think it's a bunch of really good small topics anyway that we can talk about. We'll get into it probably in a few minutes here. Just kind of bullshit around for the first 10 minutes or so. I will start off by saying I'm a little bit heartbroken today. My personal idol, the Liver King, was found out to be a steroid user. I was very shocked. I was like, damn, a guy that looks like that is not completely natural. I was heartbroken, probably cried for about 6, 7, 8 hours today, violently shitted, threw out all my raw meat. Almost shaved my beard. I was disgusted. That a guy who looks like a pro wrestler at 5'7" wasn't completely natural. That guy, yeah. That weird, that guy who says all kinds of crazy racist shit and then goes, "I'm not a racist." It's just like, okay, dude. I like Kanye West, and it's like, yeah. I don't know if claiming as a white guy that your claim to not being racist is like, I'm a big Kanye West fan. How could I be racist? It's like, oh, well, damn, you lost that one. You got anything else? Not necessarily, no. He was the one. I'm out. Why? What's he up to now? Just more. Yeah, he's a race realist, Jags, and he believes that black people are inferior to white people based on genetics. No, he is, Jags. He is. What he's doing is trying to lure you in. He genuinely believes the following: Asians are the smartest people on earth because of IQ. Yeah, he is. No, dude. Hey, Jags, he is. This is one of his core beliefs. White people and Asians have the highest of IQs, and they are the best of the people because of this. And you want to know what he thinks of black people are technically inferior to him because of the IQ. Like he's like a weird race realist, man. You don't understand. You're being led astray. No, he doesn't. He does not believe that. Why does he want to limit the amount of immigration from non-white countries if he believes that all people are equal? He does not believe that people from Europe should be limited in any way from coming to the Americas. Yeah, but he doesn't believe that that's a problem if it was coming from Europe. Like if a bunch of Europeans moved in, he would have zero issue with that. It's just specifically the people from beneath the border. He's like, them people aren't good. Yeah, he doesn't care about Europeans. He's fine with them. If Western Europeans wanted to move into this country, yeah, he'd be completely fine if a bunch of Brits wanted to. Have you ever heard him once complain about Europeans immigrating? Asians immigrating? It's always just Mexicans. He never once has said a word about Asian immigration. Yeah, you can find all kinds of crazy shit on Nick Fuentes. Look it up. I'm not going to handhold you, but you, dude, yeah, there's a reason this dude has... I feel like you just found out about him in like at his 26-year-old version of himself where he knows how to hide his most abhorrent views. There's a reason he had to make his own streaming service and everywhere on the internet has this guy blocked. Dude, no, you don't understand. He has a whole group of people called the Groypers, and all they do is go around and harass people for being black. You have some weird a way you can tell about who he is and what he is. Look up the movement he's attached to. Oh, he's a Holocaust denier. Yeah, he doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe the Holocaust. He's a denier of that. He has a very famous thing about cookies and shit like that. Yeah, nah, dude. Trust me. You should look at. Trust me. There's a reason his fanatic army is called the Groypers, and all they do is spread anti-Semitic, racist vitriol throughout the internet. Come on, man. His group is called America First, and pretty much every person that's attached to it is a pretty wild fucking person. No, he doesn't tell the truth. No, he doesn't, man. About what? What's up, stud? All right. So, all right, let's take a little. All right, quit spamming my fucking chat. You're about to get like timed out. Stop. I'm not fucking kidding. All right, bye. Do you want to get removed? All right. If you're not gonna stop, I told you to fucking stop spamming my fucking channel. I don't care about your shitty little message, so now you just have to listen. All right. He's one of the people. Remember, he attended the Unite the Right rally, the little white supremacist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. Just remember that. He was one of the people that were there. What else we got on this guy? Scroll down. Oh, yeah. Fuentes often pulls themes from the Great Replacement Theory, which is, a very... it's on the belief that native white Europeans are being replaced in their own countries by non-white immigrants from Africa and the Middle East, and ultimately the Spanish-speaking countries beneath us, Fuentes tweeted in June, if you are a white male Zoomer, remember that people in power hate you and your unborn children, and they will try to genocide you in your lifetime. In February 2022, Fuentes told AFPAC attendees, to the people that have been thrown out and disrupted in our countries, we are coming for you. Your days in number are powered. You think you can replace us? You are wrong. We will replace you. We are willing to ultimately to die for our cause. And I don't say that glibly. I am willing to die for this cause. You want to know what our secret sauce is? It's these young white men. Huh. All right. Yeah, he believes in a lot of Christian bullshit. Who cares about any of that? So, I'm always just joking. I'm just joking. Yeah. I mean, you can't really defend a lot of this stuff, man. This is all like posted stuff of his like internet history. You can just look this up. These are people that he's prominently tied to. A bunch of terrible racists that beat the shit out of women. He refers to people like Matt Walsh as goy race traitors because he works for Jews. He jokingly denied the Holocaust and compared Jews burnt in concentration camps to cookies in the oven. During the debate, Fuentes made numerous anti-Semitic remarks as, I don't see Jews as a part of as Europeans, and I don't see them as a part of Western civilization, particularly because they are not Christians. The fuck does that have to do with being in the West? There's barely any Jews in it. I mean, if you really want to know more, Jags. I mean, there's quite a bit of stuff about this person. I mean, anyway, what's up, Jacob? Annoyed the motherfucker flooded out my goddamn chat. Where the hell is everybody at tonight? People just don't want to chat NFL. See, the thing is, I don't know. Yeah, it's understandable. I don't know. I don't know how long we'll be live tonight. I don't think anyone's really coming out to the stream. So, looks like it's pretty dead. You know what's weird is a lot of the people that used to watch this channel just kind of don't. Yeah, I mean, you could have put like the word and then R unholy. You could have just put that. I mean, that would have worked. You R unholy, you could put all the time. But yeah, man, I mean, there's like, you're like completely wrong on this guy. If you're like, well, he says he's just joking, like, is really? I mean, he just always joking about the same thing specifically. You know, he hates Jews and he like denies the Holocaust, and you're like, well, I know he doesn't like them, but like, he didn't deny that. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does, dude, all the time. But then he goes, oh, I'm just kidding. Anyway. You got Miami winning versus the 49ers. That's an interesting one. Can you not do it, dude? All right. You're about to get hidden from the chat. All right. What did I fucking just tell you? Oh, dude, I don't need people spamming my fucking channel like this. Really getting annoying, dude. It's on my last fucking nerve right now. I don't give a fuck, then don't type it. Congrats. I don't give, like, I really don't give a fuck. Please don't spam my fucking channel. Like, like, here, I'm gonna get rid of you again because you're trying to fucking fight me on this, dude. Like, I don't care about your spam. Like, I fucking don't. Don't watch my channel anymore if you're sorry you can't type that shit and you just gotta spam it out. I don't fucking care. Sorry. I'd rather have one less person watching than deal with spam. I fucking hate it. You got him 27-21? I mean, it's possible. I just wonder how your line's going to hold up without Armstead. It's been a pretty good line this year. But without Armstead, I do wonder how everything develops. Things didn't look so good when Armstead went out of that game on Sunday, but that's like, all right, the game was pretty well over. Things were pretty much coming to a conclusion. And the Dolphins hadn't really prepared for it. Most teams with a competent coordinator can kind of game plan around missing one of their offensive linemen. But I don't know when it's like the best one. That's usually quite the tall task, especially against the defense that's got, like, I think a couple players coming back. Yeah, see, this stream's dead, dude. I don't know how much longer we'll be live tonight. Just never getting going. Pretty sure Jax came in and fucked it all up with his stupid ass conversation he wanted to talk about. Gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty sure the stream's completely removed. It's just, there's nothing here. It's like, where is everybody? Like, why is this stream so dead? There's 2 people. It's literally you 2. No notification. That makes sense. I mean, I got one, but, you know. That makes quite a bit of sense. Let's see if I can... He left a dislike because I fucking kicked him off the stream. Good, fuck that retard. Don't think notifications got sent out at all. Yeah, I mean, I got one too, so I don't know. Must have just been kind of all over the place. Generally, most people don't. People will pop in here and be like, I haven't gotten a notification from this channel in over a year and a half. What's up, Daniel? And it's like, oh, that's cool. Do you have the notification? Oh, you do? Okay. Well, that sucks. Plus, most of the people that watch this channel kind of, I don't know, they're just not really watching. Don't know what happened to people like Mike, and he doesn't watch the channel anymore. I don't know what happened to him. He's just gone. It's like, all right, well, I guess he doesn't like the channel anymore. I don't know what happened. Turned into dust. Probably gonna have to start removing a bunch of mods again because it's like, well, I don't know what happened. Yeah, it happens. People just, you know. I think Mike likes watching other YouTube, like other team talks. I don't know. It happens. I don't know. People are also probably busy. It is Friday night. After another like 20 minutes, this doesn't get going. I'm gonna dip out of here. I don't really feel like streaming to 2 people. It is pretty strange though. I don't know why this happens every so often on this channel. Where just nobody shows up. Yeah. Who knows? Got all kind of problems on this fucking YouTube. Well, it's just like 3 people. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. It's not that bad, but it's just like, well, clearly something weird's going on. Cuz like that's low for this channel. Like that's really low even for this channel. Pretty sure Jax fucked everything up talking about that nonsense. Oh, Jesus. What's up, Booty? Yeah, DeGrom went to the Rangers on a big old contract. Also big news, I would say, that something's considering. I don't think it's real, but it's just a belief. The sky is up. Yeah, that's true. I mean, technically, yeah. No, more censorship. I say increase censorship to make people cry more because it's really funny. I find the whole thing funnier and funnier and funnier because it's like they're censoring us on Twitter. And I'm just like, I really don't give a fuck. It's fucking Twitter, man. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh no, he can't shitpost on Twitter anymore. Oh, democracy is over. Like grown ass adults crying about goddamn not being able to use Twitter. Boo hoo! You didn't use Twitter for the first like 30 years you were alive. You'll be okay. No, he's a faggot who's afraid of women. I chilled out. What'd you do today, Booty? But yeah, this is something Sean Payton thinks will happen. That he thinks a lottery type system akin to the NBA or NHL is due up for football soon. I don't know if it's really relevant or if it's actually going to happen, but I think that's a bad idea. Yeah, I was going to play video games. I changed my. I didn't feel like it. You use the purple. Oh, the Vikings. Well, yeah, they're probably a cheat code. Anyway, that's something to think about anyway. If he just keeps wanting to talk about politics, I'll just ban him from the channel. It's as simple as that. I don't fucking do politics. I genuinely don't care for them. What other purple team? Oh, Ravens? There's only like 2 teams that wear purple. It's the Ravens or the Vikings, so I can only imagine it gets Also, I wonder if Matthew Stafford is losing games on purpose and sitting games out, because it's very strange how Matthew Stafford went from like playing games in Detroit with a broken and busted up back to, you know, not playing with a concussion. It's just like, boy, the scale of the injuries he's sitting out for now are quite baffling. This man literally played, I think, 2 seasons worth of football with a busted, broken back. I don't know, Booty. That's what I've been wondering. But I don't know. Maybe they'll show up pretty soon. I'm used to like double this, but 4 isn't too bad, I guess. Does seem like Stafford's, I don't know. I guess it's his neck is the issue. I don't know what's going on with him. Could be drifting towards retirement. Will I finish stream? At some point, yeah. No, I plan on streaming forever, Booty. There's a couple things. I mean, right now the Lions technically have like the 3rd pick in the draft this year due to the Rams. And I think they also have like the 12th pick in the draft right now. So they're sitting really nice. UCF playing in the AAAC championship. Oh, nice. No, I'm technically made up of different types of vibranium, and I can't die. So, Mark, I'm just trying to get over the world-shattering news of the Liver King being on steroids. It's a sad day. So the Dolphins, you think they're going to be able to beat the 49ers? You think they're going to be the first team that really like cracks open that defense now that it's like getting healthier and healthier and healthier? The Liver King? Yeah, that's... Hold on a second. Okay, so you guys didn't think my boy was natural. Well, let me show you something. I was eating raw liver and everything. Let me show you guys this guy. You hadn't seen him. Like, you guys didn't think he was all natural like I did. By the way, his abs are fake too. Those are implants. Abs don't always look... His abs look like he's always coiled and ready to strike. When you see him sitting down, his abs look like that. When he's bent over, his abs look like that. Abs don't move like that. Like, abs don't always look like... They're not always supposed to do that. Well, I mean, I look like this pretty close. Like, this is kind of close to what I look like physically. But I guess the only reason I don't quite look like that... Like, I'm a little different. Like I would say my arms are a little bigger. I can't show you guys though, because I don't want to make anyone feel bad. You know the funniest thing about this guy? He's 5'7". Yeah, he's probably gonna get hit with fraud. He probably deserves it. It's gonna be he's gonna be in some trouble. He probably deserves to get hit with fraud. Do you know what's embarrassing to admit? I don't know why you'd ever admit this information. Do you know who actually fell for? I don't know if he's kidding, but I'm pretty sure. Goddamn, Marlon Humphrey fell for it. I have to trust Mike McDaniel. He has a great plan for this game. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to talk about the coaching situation. I have a couple questions about that. More will be probably discussed tomorrow when we go over like the game specifically for that. But yeah, Marlon Humphrey 100% fell for this. The meat guy, the Arby's We Are the Meats guy, or whatever, the Liver King, Chris. Hey, what's up, man? How you been? This guy. Marlon Humphrey 100% believed this guy was all natural and could look like this from eating raw meats. Pretty much, that's just like, I look like we all know I look like the guy. Everyone here who's seen me knows, like Chris knows I look like that pretty much. He's a longtime viewer. He knows how big I am. Like I like make this guy kind of look like, I'm not meaning to brag, but I kind of make this guy look small. But like, hold on. You see this size of these arms inside of this jacket? Well, you know, the jacket is tight. It is like I could barely raise it up. And it's not me just manipulating how I wear clothes because I'm pretty smart on how fabric moves against my body. Look how big these fucking arms are. Yeah, it's not just me manipulating fabric to look larger because I wear baggy clothes because, you know, they're warm. And I didn't layer myself for this bit. So I look twice as big inside a half because I'm wearing 3 sweaters. I'm very warm because of my naturally big ass arms. Look at that. Fucking pop can arm size. Or, you know, I'm not even really flexing. You see how many fucking sweatshirts I'm wearing? Gotta admit, at least I had something for it. I was going to cook up a piece of raw chicken. I was going to cook up chicken, and I was just going to eat it and be like, see, I'm even eating my raw meat right now. Raw chicken. It's like, I don't think you should eat the raw chicken, dude. That's actually probably poison. No, that's gross. People like him I'm like, damn, dude, that's 1 point for veganism. Because that's the grossest shit I've ever seen. No, I'm against that guy. I don't think people should eat raw meat. I think you should cook the shit out of the meat that you're eating. Like, ugh. Oh, you're gonna kill yourself? Ugh. No, I harvested this straight from a bull. Yeah, a lot of that is. Just eat the fucking meat. Don't just cook it. Like, what is this? Why you gotta eat its organs? That feels like overkill. Feels kind of rude, if you ask me. Like, I'm gonna eat this thing's liver. Like, all right, that's a little bit psychotic. Why not just eat like the thigh meat and the breast meat? But regarding the Mike McDaniel situation and going up against Kyle Shanahan, I know a lot of people are saying things like, you know, Kyle Shanahan's not really the brains of the operation. It's been Mike McDaniel the whole time. And I kind of disagree with like that specific assessment, mainly because it's like Kyle, like, what do you mean Kyle Shanahan's not the brains? His dad made the offense that they all run. That's why he can just kind of like bully Sean McVay. That's why he'll probably be able to bully Mike McDaniel. Like, unlike a lot of other coaches, he has a lot of success against his former head people. No, and it's not even anything against Mike or McVay. It's just, I wonder if the same, you know how McVay is a really good head coach, right? He seems to be able to call really good offensive games. Look what he was doing with Jared Goff and shit. What happened when every single time he would go play whenever he plays. Literally, whenever he goes and plays Kyle Shanahan, what happens to Sean McVay? Looks like he doesn't really belong as a head coach. He looks like everything he tries to game plan or like theorize for, it's just like Shanahan's like, yeah, you're not going to pull that off. Maybe McVay's was a little closer, but I'm pretty sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure Mike McDaniel has been with Shanahan longer than McVay was, right? Because I remember McVay and Shanahan and McDaniel were on the Browns, I'm pretty sure, together. Like, right? Like, yeah, they were. They both coached on the Browns, but I don't know if Sean McVay was there. I don't know if that all came together in Washington when the three of them got together. I just don't know. I think McVay's a little bit younger than the two of them. And I think McDaniel might be younger, but he got into coaching really, really quick. Really young. Yeah, you didn't know that Kyle Shanahan was one of the coaches on the Browns, did you? Or Mike McDaniel? I do. I look into these coaching trees because I'm like weirdly fascinated with offense and like the development of like the West Coast offense. And how like little variations from like coach A to coach B will like completely shift what like it looks like. Because technically this, like Kyle Shanahan and Andy Reid run the same base offense, and so does like Mike McCarthy. It's very interesting to like start looking at things and being like, well, what do they do that's just a little bit different? You can see like Mike McCarthy's a little more pass heavy out of the West Coast, which is a little bit more directly in line with like the Holmgren and Joe Walsh development of the West Coast offense, which is a little bit more pass heavy than run heavy. But like if you go down the Shanahan route of that tree, it's more like he figured out how to utilize the shit out of the run game out of it with guys like Terrell Davis. It's a fascinating. The only history of football I care about is the development of like the West Coast offense, because it's cool how it's becoming like even more like. It's incorporating RPOs and like all those jet sweeps and shit are very effective out of a West Coast spaced out offense. For sure, Fernando. Have a good night, man. Congrats again on your W. McDaniel is definitely, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the unity of the three of them came together in Washington. And then I'm pretty sure Kyle and McDaniel both went down to goddamn Atlanta together too. Like I'm pretty sure they like have just gone as a pair wherever they've gone. So I mean, there might even be a little bit of so I don't know who's got more like, but I'm gonna go with Shanahan because I think he seems to be like, I don't know, the offenses are so similar. It's like the chicken or the egg. Which guy really came up with the little twist on the Mike Shanahan offense? I'm gonna guess Kyle, just because of the way he's been around offensive football a little longer. But that's something to think about anyway. Yeah, I had to have. It mutated first. That's my guess too. It's always been my guess, is that the chicken came first. Because something had to birth the second chicken. The first one could have just been some crazy ass mutation. It just probably was. It was just like, what the fuck is that? And it survived infanthood and was fertile. And then it made another chicken. And then it just got lucky after that. Shit just kind of ran in line. How tall is Mike McDaniel? You know what's also funny? At some point, somebody did the first backflip. And everybody around them probably went, what the fuck was that? And 5'9". Yeah, he doesn't look, yeah, there's no way he's 180 pounds. That's a lie. There's no way Mike McDaniel 100, like, for example, I'm 5'10", right? Right around 5'10", 5'11", 5'9", depending on how tall I can stand up that day with varying amounts of back problems. And So I'm probably 5'11", and I'm 150 to 160 pounds. He's like the same build as me, like almost like to the T, the same build. Unless he's got some serious muscle put away somewhere, which I doubt it. Yeah, there's no way. Where the fuck's he putting 180 pounds? I don't even have 180 pounds on me. That guy is a very tiny guy. Nothing against him, you know. It is what it is. He's not very tall. Yeah, but like, think about it. Before people knew that bodies could do that, somebody did the first one. Because it's not like it's like a natural thing the body does. You know what I mean? It's not just like something people can just sit around and do all the time. If it was, it wouldn't be like a big deal. But like at some point, somebody was the very first human to pull off a backflip. And everybody probably went, how in the fuck did they do that? You want to know how I know? Because I don't think there's a single depiction of somebody doing that move until 1400 BCE, when the Greeks have a picture of a guy grabbing onto a bull and flipping backwards over it. I think that's like the earliest depiction of somebody doing the backflip. And it's crazy to think it took that long. It's either people just hid that ability and we just didn't talk about it, and everybody was backflipping, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And that seems really cool to know. It's like, why the hell did we lose the ability to freely backflip? Maybe it's because we got so tall as a speed, you know. Maybe it was much easier when everybody was 4'7" and fucking weird. And fucking stunted growth because they're malnutrition or malnourished or malnourished. Yeah, that's the right word. And have malnutrition. That's right too. That's a good word. They didn't grow right. Am I watching soccer? No, I don't watch soccer. Don't need to watch the Dutch beat the shit out of the. Wait, they're playing Belgium, right? No. The Netherlands? That's who America's playing? Who's America playing? They got some killer ass game, right? Netherlands. That's my heritage, actually. My family's from the Netherlands on my dad's side. Very awkward. I'm Dutch on the other side and part Welsh on the other side. It's half-half. So I'm kind of got I don't know who to root for. Probably America, but if the Dutch win, I won't be that upset, you know. I don't know. Probably not. Dude, like, you know, in gym class when you used to play soccer, I would like nearly fall asleep standing there playing, dude. It was, what's up, James? Thank you. I appreciate that. I'd be playing there. I'd be playing goalie because I liked playing goalie in sports. And I'd be like falling asleep and shit. The ball would whiz by me and it'd be like, goal. And I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, how do you fall asleep standing up playing the game? I'm like, this is the worst game I've ever played in my whole life. Team handball was way more exciting for me. I was the shit at that game. If handball was taken more seriously in the United States, I probably could have been a professional handball player as a goalie. In gym class, I'd pitch shutouts on people. I had a one streak in gym class where I went like 6 periods of gym with not allowing a single goal. I was the fucking definition of try hard goalkeeper. But it was also just this weird instinct. I was like, we had big goals, so it was easy to score on us too for handball. And I would just, like I said, if it was a more serious sport at the time, or if I knew more about it, I would have gone pro in this, I think. I'm pretty sure I missed my professional sports calling as a handball player. I just wish I was born in Europe, where they take it seriously. Yeah, it's just a boring game. Soccer's just boring. Sorry, I know it's constant like action and like they kick the ball a lot and just like it's never really stopping like football or baseball and shit, but like I don't care. Football delivers so much action per second. It's like, yeah, it gets to have the off time. Those other sports deliver so little action per second, they do not get the off time like break. Like that's the reason hockey and basketball kind of soccer all just play along and along and along and along and along. Because it's like there's barely little skill per like second. There's barely any action per second. When football happens, that's the most physical sport on the planet, probably. That's some crazy shit for about 20 seconds. That's pure insanity per every single second of a play. But then you go to baseball. When the action does happen, when the pitch is thrown, that's a lot of action technically. That's 100-mile-an-hour projectile being thrown at somebody, and it could go like that, and somebody's like, all right, I'm going to fucking hit this. That's actually got tension to it. There's real tension to that moment. I can't find the tension in watching someone get hit across the ice. That's cool. Yeah, that's a fun moment. But once the hit's over and the other team's skating the other way now with the puck, and then they get hit and lose the puck, and then the defense, that the team that was on defense now has the puck again. Now they're going the other way. They get hit, and then they get hit, and then it's like where's the tension in this? Well, they're just beating the shit up at mid ice and passing it to you, like losing the puck. What the fuck is this? This is boring. Yeah, but dude, that guy almost scored. Oh, fuck you. I can't do 3-4 as a final if this is the action I'm getting. Everyone's like, yeah, baseball, they just stand there. They're also chucking a 100-mile-an-hour projectile at somebody. There's a lot of problems. That's pretty tense. No, I don't mind that they miss. I understand that it's not easy to score. And like I understand the sport on that level. I can't do it. Like I understand that it's an exciting game for people. It's the same thing with hockey for me and basketball. I don't care. Like it's just the sports are so not for me. I think I just like the high tension and high stakes of a play to play basis. You can feel like the coaching in every single decision in football or baseball. You can see like every minute decision that actually like I don't know. It feels like in like just a back and forth. There's a lot of coaching that happens, of course, but like I don't know. Yeah, rugby seems like a pretty cool sport. I just don't like that they don't. You know how they make that sport perfect? It's one way. You know how they fix that sport and make it probably like one of the biggest sports on earth, even bigger than it is anyway? Forward passes. I'm telling you, that makes that sport, dude. I'm telling you, forward passes. Rugby becomes one of the best sports ever because people will leave football to play that. I'm telling you. You'll get a bunch of fucking fast dudes that are like, yeah, I'm going to go play rugby now. This is way better. I don't want to wear all these fucking pads, and I hate the way football's being ran. Rugby can get big if it like decides to like, bring in forward throws. Forward throwing's just objectively more. It's an entertaining thing. It adds so much element of excitement to everything. So much strategy is added by forward passing. It changes everything. Just like in war, how like airplanes changed everything because you could attack from the air. Aerial attack and aerial assault is very important in games like that. You can neutralize everything with an effective aerial attack. That's why dudes like Nathan Peterman aren't really good quarterbacks, because they're fucking bitch ass motherfuckers. Actually, it's just because their arms aren't very good. Well, I don't know. He actually probably has a better arm than a lot of guys. Now that I think about it, he just isn't very good at decision making. Not very accurate. What else is wrong with Nathan Peterman? Just kind of isn't very good. But he's got a pretty strong arm. I think that's how he's made it so long in the NFL. I throw it 60, 70 yards. You can kick it forward, really? Yeah, I think they need to, you know what I mean? Like that just seems so fucking. Why not allow the forward passing? What's the logic behind it, Chris? I'm always curious about things like this of why the hell a game like rugby doesn't have things like forward passing. Nate Diaz rumored to fight Deji in March. Cool. Why is he ducking Jake Paul? And that dude offering him like couple $1 million. Dude's afraid of Jake Paul. Yeah, that's true. That's why Nate isn't champion anymore, because he's vegan. Lions gonna smoke and beat the Jags? Probably. Hopefully, anyway. Unless Trevor Lawrence slices him up. Gotta watch out for T-Law. He's the new sheriff. Next Peyton Manning is right there in Jacksonville. You guys don't even know it. I'm also one of the very few people who told everyone to pump the brakes on the fucking Trevor Lawrence is a bust takes. Like, really? Are we really going to do this to a guy whose first year in the NFL was goddamn Urban Meyer? We, like, collectively pump the brakes and just, like, reassign this as Trevor Lawrence's real rookie year? How about we do that for Trevor Lawrence? How about we do that? This is his real rookie season. It's Travis Etienne's real rookie season. Every second year Jags player is given, like, another rookie year, in my opinion. If I was the NFL, I'd do that. I'd be like, listen, you guys are all classified as rookies again. That was brutally unfair. You all get your rookie year eligibility back if you want it. I feel like that would be a fair trade. I don't know. That seems wholly uncruel that we count that year against Trevor Lawrence. Well, there's the Patriots they got to contend with, but you guys don't see the vision quite yet. The Patriots are playing coy. We're going to suddenly start scoring points. It's a very long con. I see you guys don't know the Patriots like I do. I figured out what their game plan is. It's the long con. We did it in 2018, 2019 when we won the Super Bowl, where we barely were able to score points in the regular season, and then averaged like 40 a game in the playoffs and beat the Rams 13-3. You remember the Patriots offense that year was basically goddamn worthless. It was very similar to this year, except we only lost 4 games because, we had Tom Brady. Patriots or Cardinals? Might have been 2017, 2018. I might have the years weird. I'm so bad with NFL years. Patriots will probably beat the Cardinals. Cardinals are poorly coached and they have a bad line. Like it's one of them things where Belichick can kind of just win that game on a few things. Well, I mean, Belichick's kind of masterclass coaching this year. I mean, to be fair to Belichick and the Patriots, you can't really discount what Bill's doing with the roster that, like, I don't know. How many teams are winning 6 games, 7+ games with the roster Bill's got? With all the young players, the shitty offense, the anemic fucking receiving core. I know he puts together the team, but again, the biggest problem for the Patriots is, I think, more experience than anything. I don't know. I think Bill's doing a pretty good job. 6-5 or 6-6 in an absolutely stacked AFC East, absolutely stacked AFC. They're doing all right. They could be a lot worse. Could be in a lot worse of a situation if he was a lesser of a coach. Again, I think if you put a lesser coach in New England, they're not winning a lot of games this year. But yeah, Belichick often people often, kind of undercut that. Who do you got when you got the Cardinals winning? With their whole one wide receiver and DeAndre Hopkins? And they got who else they got on Arizona? They got they got old buddy. They got man, people just don't want to talk about NFL stuff today. That might be the problem. I guess people just didn't want to talk about football. Not really sure as to why. What the hell's going on tonight? Is there soccer tonight? Or is there a bunch of college shit? I watch every Chiefs game to watch Mahomes have a career-ending injury. Jeez. I forgot you're a Brady / Patriots fan. Forgot about that, Chris. I hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, I was gonna say that's not a fun thing to wish. You should just wish for him to fall off like I did with Aaron Rodgers. Trust me, if that happens, you feel kind of bad. When I used to wish that Peyton Manning would suffer a neck injury and not be able to play football, when that actually happened, I was like, oh no, I have cursing powers. And then I was like, again, remember I was like 12, 13, or I was a lot younger. I was, in college or something. I was a pretty young guy when I was doing all this, so. And then I was like, oh, what about Aaron Rodgers? If I'm actually ability to curse, what about Aaron? And then he, like a couple years later, broke his collarbone, and I've never cursed a player ever again. I was out here fucking seriously maiming careers with my abilities. I think I shaved 3 years off of Peyton Manning's career with my ability to curse. I hated that motherfucker something fierce. It would have been, you guys don't understand, back in my heyday, if I would have been streaming when, yeah, that's the problem. Mahomes isn't hateable. He's not like Peyton. I fucking hate Peyton Manning. Something about that guy makes me fucking, I think he's just an odd dude, and I just don't, something's off about Peyton, and I don't know quite what it is. Mahomes just is kind of a cornball, but that's whatever. He also seems like a pretty straight up dude. I don't know, kind of. Yeah, he's kind of, like I said, he might be annoying a little bit, but Peyton Manning has just this weird air of fakeness to him where it's like, yeah, you're not that guy. Why are you pretending to be this guy? I don't think Mahomes is like a secret dildo in the locker room. Whereas, like, Peyton Manning was probably pure AIDS to deal with. But, like, he was always really successful, so no one really said shit about it. It's probably like Brady. He's probably AIDS to deal with. But you know who is entitled to be hard to deal with is Russell Wilson. He is being maligned there in Denver, I think. I'm back on the Russell Wilson bandwagon fan train. Russell Wilson's not the problem in Denver. It's everybody else. They need to get on board with Team 3 and get the fucking line, or they'll never start winning. It's just a sad truth. The whole team needs to be doing high knees on the plane. What else weird shit does Russell do? Whatever Russell Wilson does, they need to follow. There's a lot of shit there. I mean, he like, The high knees on the plane thing is pretty much the bees knees of issues. And you guys don't want to talk about anything tonight. Jesus Christ. Some of them. Yeah, the weird Subway commercial. Some quarterbacks get humbled. I don't think Michael Vick, if he would have never gotten in trouble for dog fighting, I don't think he ever was going to be humbled on the field. I don't think at the time the NFL was designed to stop a guy like Michael Vick. He had at least 3, maybe 4 more years of just shitting on that league before if he didn't go to jail. Because I feel like the largest thing of that contributed to the success of Michael Vick was just not a lot of people knew what to do. Like, they just weren't physically able to deal with him. I think that's and that's just like generally like across the league. Nowadays, I don't know. I'm not as crazy. Would I organize a dog fight? I wouldn't organize one. I wouldn't go to one. I don't like dogs, so no. I wouldn't want to be around dogs like that. Loud, stupid, fucking bite people and shit, cause problems, ruin things. I don't know, dumb animal. I don't care for them. I'm allergic to like 99% of them cocksuckers, and it's just brutal. I just don't like the loud. I'm not a big fan of barking. That shit like gives me a fucking migraine after a minute. And it's weird because I can't barely hear anything, right? I have this really weird hearing thing where I barely can hear most noises. So, like, you could sit there and make a bunch of crazy noises, and I'm like, I don't hear anything. For example, the frequency at which cats meow. Do you know, I don't know what that sounds. I can't physically hear that sound. So when they make that, it's like, it comes out like, this is the noise I hear. Ah! I hear like a ah when they make their meow noise. I don't know. I got bad ears. Like I said, I'm like half deaf in one of my ears, and I got like some hearing damage. So right, I don't know. I don't mind cats. They're pretty quiet and they're pretty self-sufficient. You can put out a big ass plate of food for them, and they can pretty much survive. If you did that with a dog, you'd eat every single piece of food on the plate at that exact second and be like, oh no. I don't know. Cats are a little smarter. I don't know. Not as messy, but they shit in the house, so I don't really like them either. I don't have any pets. I don't really think pets are necessary. You know what kind of pet I would want? A falcon. Wanna know why I'd want to have a falcon? To scare the shit out of people. Just so I could sit on a deck one day, and if I see people at the pond, if I live near a pond, I could just be out there with my falcon on a big ass weird brown glove, and he could be on there, and I'd be like, go get a leaf, and he'd just fucking shoot down, grab something, and fly back, and I'd be like, scared ya, and people be like, what the fuck? So, no, I'm not an animal person. Fuck them. This is our planet. I care about the human species of animal. 80% of them are generally useless. Only I don't care for them. I don't really care. No, I don't fuck with animals. I don't go near them. They got their life. I got my life. You know, if their life gets, removed because humans need space, they better find more jungle. That's my view. I don't hunt. I don't believe in hurting things. I don't like violence. You gotta remember, man, I'm a pretty unviolent person. If other people do the dirty, I'll eat the evidence of the kill of the animal. But like, the worst I'll do is fish. And I don't even keep the fish. I throw them bitches back in the water. I'm like, have a nice life, retard. I'll probably catch you again here pretty soon. Because you're fucking stupid and you don't remember me doing this. But if I ever hooked a turtle, I'd probably feel terrible. I wouldn't really know how to, that would be a pretty bad day for me. I'd feel pretty shitty. I feel like that asshole would remember it, but I feel like a turtle isn't stupid enough to fall for a goddamn dangling worm in the water. Like, why is that all of a sudden in the water? Like he's like not like got like a 1 IQ. Oh, dangly worm in the water for some reason, even though they don't live in the water. Oh, why would I want to hurt animals? I don't know. I like them. I just like no, I don't like. I respect their life, so I have no desire to hurt them or actively take them out myself. But like, you know, I don't really care that they get took out. It's not my problem. But I won't actively contribute to the well, cows I'm helping because, you know, we got to get rid of them. They're fucking the earth up. So I'm doing my best. But I'm only one guy. I can only eat so much cow. Plus I just, you know, the fucking animals taste good. I will say I don't need a lot of fast food though, because I don't really trust what kind of animals they're putting into that food. If they can't prove it's what it is, I'm not interested in it, because it's like that could be rhino and I don't want to eat that. That feels like wrong. Basically, unless it's a cow or a chicken or a turkey, some kind of shitty. I don't care about birds. I'll fucking eat any kind of bird. Them things are useless. Fuck them. Historically, birds have been one of man's worst predators, so you know, let's get rid of them. And I also generally don't care if we overfish. Yeah, birds are dinosaurs. Yeah, that's why I said that. They're generally one of our greatest threats as mammals. Fuck them things. I'm glad we made turducken. Turducken is one of man's greatest accomplishments over our former oppressive dinosaur ancestors, overlords. We shoved one of their turkey ancestors inside of a duck, or well, we shoved a turkey, or we stuffed a turkey with a duck inside of a chicken, and put that inside of another turkey. So there's a turkey, duck, and chicken. The ultimate domination of another species, by the way, is what we've done to the bird. Also, it's funny when they fly into buildings and die, because they can't see through the clear glass and they can't distinguish it. They're like, hey, what's going on? That to me is always a top 5 hilarious. I don't like birds. I genuinely don't like. I get freaked out. I hate when I see birds in public. I walk like this and shit when I'm underneath them. So I'm like, oh, if this fucking cocksucker shits on me, I'm gonna wait till it lands and murder it. That'd be the only animal I'd hurt, is a bird if it shat on me. I'd fucking end its life. I'd dedicate the rest of my day to finding that bird and ending it. When I grabbed a hobby, I like that, like a squeeze grab. We had mammal ancestors at that point. You know, mammalian motherfuckers that, you know, that went on some kind of crazy path to become us. I think our ancestors were chilling around at that point. What's up, Trey? Some real weird, crazy platypus looking thing, probably. I have no idea. I'd have to look into it. But I'm pretty sure mammals existed around dinosaur times. I think they were like these weird fucking mouse. I think they were mouses for the most part. Or mice. Like rodent. Part of the reason they were able to survive is when everything got fucked up, when the comets and all that and all those volcanoes started going off. Is, you know, they were able to eat the small shit that was left over. That's why a lot of the big stuff died. That's why a lot of the dinosaurs turned into birds, because they just got smaller, and kept, you know, downsizing into like something that was more effective for what was around. Yeah, it seems pretty solid. I don't know. Like, it makes sense. Like, the Galapagos Island seems like pretty solid evidence, right? Like, it seems like makes sense. Like, if two things that have really long necks keep mating and they only seek out the species of things in their species, like they only seek out the partners that have long necks in their species, and as a result their necks got really long, that's just like 1 + 1 = 2 in my brain. You know what I mean? Like, Well, how did a giraffe's neck change from a deer? How'd they get that long? Well, you know, they adapted. They were like, all right, do this, or you know. Dinosaur times, when the asteroid hit, it made it impossible for, like, yeah, basically there was just not enough food for them, and that's how everything exploded. Noah's Ark, it seems unlikely. Could have happened. Could have happened. There was some kind of great fucking flood that happened. That to me seems evident. Some big ass flood happened at some point in history. Terror bird that nature developed to be like T-Rex, but cats competed them. Yeah, the big ass cats that were around. Yeah, it seems like there's some weird truth behind whatever happened with Noah's Ark, but I don't think exactly Noah's Ark was the real story. Unless they, you know, they might have proof of a historical Noah. I don't know. That'd be pretty far back. I take a lot of that shit as like allegorical myth, early Bible stuff. Like, it's like, all right, maybe Noah existed, maybe, but there isn't really good proof. There's a lot of good proof that I've discovered lately. The Ark? Yeah, I mean, there's like some proof of like the Ark of Noah and all that stuff. Like, there is proof, and like people would have made big ass boats to try to survive with, like, because there seemed to have been some flood, right? Like, we all agree, like, there is something that happened. Every culture on Earth talks about the floods, some great flood. Hippos are hilarious creatures. Do you know what spawned almost evolutionarily perfect? Is the crocodile. That dickhead has literally gotten like slightly smaller. That's the only, and I think its teeth have changed a little bit. To be more like maligned to like fucking ripping and shredding things to pieces. I think they're pretty close to dinosaurs. Crocodiles are. Them things spawned out 40 million years ago, basically the same way they were. That's a perfect role. Whatever the hell spawned, whatever whatever branch the crocodile came in with, like crocodile, and we're finished here. That's the branch line. It was like, yeah, we're done. We're never gonna make anything better. What do you mean? I don't know. We're made of bulletproof armor. We can basically survive getting killed. As long as our head isn't really chopped off, we're pretty much alive. Dude, and it's like, they have like such great responses. Do you know if you try to hold its head, and if you like slightly nick its tongue, like even like brush it, it's an auto shut no matter how strong, like unless you got like vices holding that son of a bitch's jaw open. Like, it's clamping down, and it's going to barrel roll. Like, it's like something happens where it has such an immediate response with that. It's so fine-tuned into its DNA for 40 million years worth of, like, fine-tuning. It just instantly just, oh, you touched my tongue? You're dead. It's just like, that's that. I can close this. And, yeah, that's crazy. Them things are wild. I think the distinction is they have a U-shaped snout. So if you see the V-snaped, you could probably fight an alligator. Them things are bitches. Thoughts about signing DeGrom? It's a pretty good signing for the Rangers. I'm sure you're happy to see him out off the Mets as a Braves fan. Birds are the only dinosaurs left. I would agree. Yep. But yeah, technically, dinosaurs weren't reptiles. They were more like avian reptiles, is technically right. A crocodile is really weak to open when you can just duct tape it, I think. I think you're thinking of alligators, Chris. Alligators are the bitch ass of that species. I don't know what the hell a gator is. They're smaller, they're generally a little weaker. Yeah, no, crocs are monsters, dude. Crocs are like the big ass boys that are like like, you don't really see anybody fucking with them, but like you'll see people pissing off gators all the time. You'll be like, well, I'm going gator hunting. You never see somebody like, you never see a gaggle of rednecks going, we're going crocodile hunting. Seems like a bad idea. You never really hear, like, there's like the crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin, who's like a super crocodile expert. But outside of him, you don't really see it too often. You know what I mean? It seems like them people don't last that long. There's like his family and like 3 other people in the world that do that job. Like, yeah, let's go piss off crocodiles. Yeah, birds are basically like our dinosaurs. That's what we got. That's what's. You know what the closest thing to the T-Rex living is? So if you know, you can say it. Obviously, that'd be pretty impressive. But please, if you have to Google it, please don't say it. That'd be kind of lame. Because it always is the fun surprise of like telling people what the T-Rex what has become of the mighty T-Rex. Yeah, it's the chicken or the rooster. That's its closest living relative is the chicken/rooster. Could you imagine going up to like the T-Rex and being like, "Hey, bud, one day you're gonna be the human's bitch." What's the human? You show him a tiny picture of a hairless ape, and he goes, "Ugh, I could eat that thing in a bite." Yeah, you wait till you find out about chicken nuggets, where they take your babies and squish them into paste and bread them, and it's brutal. They sprinkle flour and seasonings on you. It's the most humiliating shit I've ever seen. They not only do they got all kinds of recipes. They got 7, 8 different types of industry around your types of chickens. Your ancestors turned into complete bitches. Man would be just sitting there like this, like, what do I got to do to change this? How do I not become a rooster? What did I do to deserve this? It's just hilarious to think like you got to feel kind of bad for the T-Rex of the past, knowing what their ants. But it's also like, what's to become of us? Like, do you think the wolf that like what's sad is like the wolves that like dogs became wouldn't even be like that like crazy. They'd be like, oh, okay, we just kept hanging out with these guys. But like chickens have a bad fall, man. It's like they actually had a good spot. Like wolves arguably live worse lives than dogs. Like dogs have it good, like getting domesticated, hanging out with humans. Like chickens got it the worst way. Cows are like, I don't know what they evolved from. I don't know. I think they were just they're mammals, so they're kind of on our team. But wolves, I don't know. They didn't have a bad run as becoming dogs like a couple million years. Like you go back to the first proto wolves and shit. Their ancestors be like, all right, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. You got German shepherds. That's a pretty respectable group of dog. Don't know what them little creepy things are. We should kill the bug. I don't know. That's gross. And then they, little cats, whatever, house cats. Those aren't really much different than, the most dangerous cat on earth is like a tiny cat. We've gone over this before, but the black-footed cat is the most dangerous cat on the planet, and it's like a very tiny little fellow. It kills more prey in a single night than a jaguar gets in 6 months. I study my enemies. What do you think? I go about my life gallivanting, not letting animals get the upper hand on me? Do you know I know that crows are in the Stone Age? We got to keep our eye on them bastards. They got memory. They can recognize people. They speak a language. It's very well developed. They name each other. They bring trinkets to people that they like. Yeah, you got to watch out for these crows. They're making moves. They're trying to they're encroaching on our society. It's not good. If ants got any bigger, they'd be second. They'd be maybe even in first place. They might be as smart as us. If they were any bigger. If their brains could be bigger, they might be as smart as us. If not, I don't know. Ants are the most fascinating creature where it's like, damn, if you guys were only a little bigger. Yeah, humans and wolves are like weirdly similar in that manner. Wolves have very good stamina like humans do. That's why we're good hunting partners, I think. I think that's actually part of the reason why we were able to pair up with wolves pretty effectively. It's because we're like, hey, we kind of hunt the same. We kind of got the right idea on this. We just follow this thing for a really long time. That was what based humans used to do back in the fucking old times. When they didn't have weapons and shit and they're trying to kill something, they'd be like, all right, we're going to chase this antelope and it's going to run for about 2-3 miles straight and then it's going to drop dead. And we got it. And that's how early humans had to hunt and kill things. And then they discovered, weaponry. And then they're like, oh yeah, that's way easier. The fuck are we doing? Just running things down. Watching it have a heart attack and going, aha, we can run longer. That's our special ability as an animal, by the way. Other than like overhand motion like thumbs and shit and being smart, I'm pretty sure our ability to just run for a really long time is almost second to none in terms of stamina. We're not very fast. Yeah, but I mean, hunter-gatherers, I don't know. Once we figured out tool work, I think we started scaring everything. But yeah, humans did get hunted by big-ass, bitch-ass animals. Then we had weapons. Then we made boomsticks at some point. Now everything's afraid of us, and it's great. You can have if you can make some noise, generally animals pretty much piss off. The cats are always a problem, though. Fucking the cats, animals. Something else used to hunt humans. I don't remember what animal it was, but I think we killed every single one of them. Because again, we're a pretty crazy species. Us being smarter than everything is hilarious. Yeah, but then we realized we're like, once we got control of fire, everything kind of changed the battle. We were like, hey, wait a minute. We're in charge now. And everybody went, damn, dude. Because, like, something flipped at some point. Like, we figured something out pretty well. Once we figured out how to communicate, these motherfuckers had no idea what was coming. We got the fire, started cooking meats. Our brain started growing because, we weren't using all of our body power to digest fucking raw fats and raw meats all the goddamn time. So our brains just started swelling and swelling and swelling on protein reserves and generation after generation of eating more and more fucking cooked foods. That's really what got us a huge advantage. I don't think people realize that. Like, eating cooked meats is so important for human history. Yep. It was just a happy accident that happened. We had no idea that was something. That's also something maybe we should theorize doing with some animals and be like, here, you guys, go try this fucking cooked up food instead of the raw shit you're eating. Here's some fire. We got to introduce fire to an animal species group and see what happens. See if they can figure it out. Because, I mean, we've figured it out. You know how many countless people we probably lost to the first couple years of fire? We probably lost countless fucking thousands of people just getting burnt up really badly. Just dying to crazy infections because we trying to fucking tame this fire shit. Plus, the body was just using a ton of energy to digest. It's way easier to digest raw cooked foods. Like something, I think it just breaks down easier, like the enzymes and all the proteins and all the shit inside the meats. And damn, everybody's gone. This stream sucks. I'm deleting this VOD, by the way, so I don't really give a fuck. This is kind of just like a hangout thing. I don't know. This stream died. It just never got any legs under it. I don't know what happened. YouTube must have just killed the stream immediately. I don't think this ever got more than 7 people in it. 8 people at the most. No one showed up. What's up, Abe? Oh, look, people are showing up. I don't know what happened. I don't know. There's probably something on that I don't know about. Usually this happens sometimes. I'll be live during something and there'll be like, yeah, you missed, you're losing bad right now. What sport? I just see college football. There must be, I don't know. Who cares? Pace. Oh, basketball. Uh-oh. If you're a Jaguars fan, I'd be a little worried. Apparently, Aiden Hutchinson feels like you guys snubbed him on draft day with the pick of Trayvon Walker. So now he wants to destroy your team. Good luck. That's the rookie of the year you have to deal with. As Sauce Gardner is going to be exposed by Justin Jefferson as criminally overrated. Watch him just shut Jefferson down, pick him up, pick off Kirk like 6 times. Yeah, I don't know what the Jaguars were doing with that pick either. It seems kind of weird in retrospect, where it's like, dude, clearly Aiden Hutchinson's really good. What do you got? Something about shorter arms, maybe. I think that was their big concern. He's a fucking DN. He's not an outside linebacker. What the fuck are you guys doing? You're overthinking it. Yeah, it's a very fun game. It's like 2, 4, and 7 teams going head to head against each other, and it's like, oh, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Trayvon Walker has not lived up to, especially with the way Hutch has played this year. Hutchinson is clearly like a future like stud of this league. You know what I mean? Like you can tell, like, oh shit, okay, this guy's gonna be something. Especially if Detroit can put a couple more, like another guy on that line. If not, it's like going to make everything around him better. Like a good D lineman or DN should. Like if he's completely taken out of the game, everybody else should be eating, and that's happened a couple of times for the Lions actually. In most of their wins, that's how they're winning games with their defense. There's some other guy. I think they have a guy, Aleem McNeil. They have some really odd looking, like really round guy on their defensive line who's been playing exceptionally well. Maybe a guy named Houston and McNeil. I think those are the names. But they seem to be starting to figure out how to play off of Aiden Hutchinson a little bit. And I think that's part of the reason why the Lions have been actually like having like a lifeline on defense. And why Hutchinson suddenly has had a couple of good games here in a row where he's like, oh, okay, he's starting to kind of come to life. I don't think he did much against Buffalo, but he was constantly like causing problems for other people to get in there and have a good game, which is kind of the point of a good D end. If they can't be the havoc causer, they're supposed to a lot like contribute to the havoc being caused by causing pressures, causing blocking schemes to be focused on them. But that wasn't happening, so, you know, that was unfortunate. Hutchinson has 2 picks this year. I think one against Rodgers, and I think maybe you might be right. It might be against you guys. I know he picked Aaron Rodgers off. That's for sure. Oh, it's Daniel Jones. That's right. Oh, I forgot. Uh-oh. Here's the biggest Aiden Hutchinson hater. I like that I can just say that and it's just, it's like not true. But at this point, it's just, at least it's working. So, just keep doing it. You should have ran Torque Bust. I don't know why you didn't stick with that. Maybe that would have made him play better. Doesn't really matter though. Scott Harris is a fraud. They signed Mac fucking Boyd. Everyone told me he's gonna be way better than Alex Avila, and the motherfucking first thing this dude did was cut everybody and sign Matt Boyd. Oh boy, this is gonna be great. What is Blood doing? Like, oh, this isn't good. I'm half expecting him to just cut Matt Boyd because he signs players and then cuts them pretty quick. I don't know what's he doing. Very nervous about that. Hey, did you guys hear? If you're a Giants fan, Odell might. Isn't it crazy that the Giants are team number 3 for him? I know he played there and everything, and he's probably like just has like a pretty good heart for the team and everything, and like the fans and like some of the guys still on the team there he played with. But like, why would you choose them over the other? Like, why are they on the list? Is he actually going to leave Jackson State? I highly doubt it. Why would he go to for Colorado of all teams? Ugh. Like, I'd believe it if like Kirby Smart went to the NFL or tried to go to NFL and Georgia offered Deion a job. I'd be like, yeah, he'd probably take a job at like Georgia. But dude, I doubt he'd go to fucking Colorado. Oh, really? He might do it? Ooh. Man, that'd be so bad for like the HBCU thing he's trying to run. Why would he want to go to Colorado? Is he going to take his son? His son's going to go there too. All right, we're out. You guys have fun down here. I'm going to go. My son's going to go win the Heisman one year and then go to the NFL and be an absolute monster to deal with. Dude, the next in 2023, right? That'd be 2024 draft class is looking pretty fucking sick, right? You got Caleb Williams. You've got probably Deion Sanders, Shakur Sanders. Who else are you gonna have? Those are 2 really high-end quarterbacks. I could imagine Sanders' kid's gonna dip out after his junior year. Wow, he might actually go. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, no, it's just well, so is Sanders' son. He's really good too, and both those guys will probably be drafted next year, as long as they don't go for their senior years. Which, if you're a quarterback that has NFL interest, just fucking leave college. Literally, just be like, all right, I'm out, guys. Enjoy your senior year. Enjoy your last years. I'm not doing that. I'm not tearing my ACL on some shitty field against some fucking bottom 190 team and not getting drafted because of this. Nah. I'm out. Bye-bye. So both of them probably should leave USC and wherever the hell Sanders' son's playing next year. You think those will be like the headliners of the class? Yeah, fucking tear your ACL against App State in week 3. Just like, well, there goes your NFL odds. Good luck. Yeah, no good to play longer than you need to in college. As soon as you get the NFL eligibility, if you're gonna go in the draft, go. Just leave. Get the hell out of there. Go get your money. Especially if you're like anywhere near the first round. Like literally just leave. Just be like, all right, goodbye. The general rule is it's never a good idea to go back. Quite all too often, and you just hear of too many horror stories, too many cases where a guy, if he'd have gone his junior year, he's like a consensus top 10 pick. He waits till his senior year and till after his senior year, and then he's like a fucking sixth rounder. It's just like, well, that was you should have went when the gutting was good. I think they need to change that rule. I don't know. 3 years seems like a little too long, but also probably the right amount of time to play college. I just don't understand why the NFL has an age rule. It just seems like a weird thing. Damn. (2024) is topped with MHA, Drake May, UNC, and Williams. What about Sanders' kid? Is he like supposed to be top talent? There's 19-year-olds for the U.S. soccer team. Yeah, but soccer's not a real sport. Who cares? It's a mid-game. Drake May, Drake mid. Well, Williams is good. Isn't the GOAT JJ McCarthy up there? Michigan's quarterback. Yeah, Shakur or whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, he's a really good quarterback. That's the thing. Like, he's going to be drafted very highly especially because of his pedigree. But like, he's also really good at quarterback too. So I would expect him. He's probably going to be up there. No, is he a freshman? What's up, Joe? Is JJ a freshman or something this year? A sophomore? I mean, oh, he just won't have the. I mean, he could. I mean, if he has a good year next year, he could declare. But you're kind of like, I doubt it. I see. Oh no! Damn, he choked. Sheesh. Well, Williams just fell out of the top 10 for that year. I guess Drake Midd is the only good quarterback in that class. Mac Jones would have won that game. Not if Matt Patricia was the coach, though. That's not possible. You got the flu? I'm sorry to hear. Hopefully you feel better soon. I can't get the flu, though. Feel my head itches. How's that? (2025) Oh. Are they going to all wait till they're seniors? He's a sophomore right now. Next year be junior, right? But I guess I'm just assuming everybody's only doing 3 years of college and dipping. I don't know why I'm just like, well, he's probably only going to play 3 years. But I guess that's just my own there's a slight chance for UFC, but if they lose, that really hurts their QB chances. And if you think no, I mean, there's next year. I mean, he's a young quarterback, so it's not that big a deal. Caleb Williams. Sheesh, Utah's beating the hell out of them boys. Good God, here come the storming Mormons, Utah. Get it? Because they worship the Mormon faith of Jesus Christ. Because they're weird. Jeez. 4024, Georgia, Michigan Tech, and OSU. Ohio State will now will be I hope Ohio State doesn't get in. How did Michigan beat Ohio State? Cheating. No, Alabama has like 2 losses. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Cheeto. Aren't all Germans like Lutherans? They all were like, well, we got a guy here from our country named Martin Luther, and we're all just Lutheran now. I'm thinking Michigan shouldn't make the tournament. Even if they win their division, they didn't really play anybody good. Yeah, they're like pretty split, but I'm like their Protestants are all pretty Lutheran, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I got more Muslims now than anything, like most of Europe. Alabama is yeah. Michigan though, I mean the only team they played that's kind of good is this crappy team called Ohio State. That's not very good. So I don't know if Michigan belongs in the tournament. They don't have any real quality wins. Just some not top 10 team like I mean Ohio State's okay, but like are they really worth saying Michigan belongs in the tournament over? Chase agrees. He's probably a huge Michigan fan, but he's probably even not sure if his team should make it. I would say a 4, maybe 5 loss SEC team is more invaluable than a Michigan undefeated team. Well, I mean, Michigan's not. Ohio State's just not that good. Yeah, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, and Florida should be in there. Everybody else is not really important. Like those teams play real teams. Everybody else just plays cupcakes. Hell, Georgia Tech should be in there before any of them Big Ten schools. Who do they play? Like the Rutgers? Oh, you beat Northwestern. I didn't even know they played sports at that nerd school. LSU in the Big Ten would have 400 division titles, dude. Wouldn't even be close. Is it back? All right, we're back. Sometimes I just accidentally flicked my mic a little bit on accident, or the cord anyway. Sorry about that. Yeah, at some point it's just going to mute, and then it'll unmute, and then you'll be like, what the fuck? Penn State isn't very good either. Did they beat any schools like, I don't know, like Marshall University, like football powerhouses? Like, for example, how many movies does Penn State have made about them that aren't about their creepy ass athletic director, Joe Paterno? Or what was that creep dude's name? Jerry Sandusky. You know what I mean? Like, Alabama has 400 movies made about them. Yeah, they don't have any other good wins, Michigan. So, again, I'd put in. Honestly, I'd put Auburn in the playoffs before Michigan. And I'm just being an honest. I'm a Michigan fan, so I'm just being an honest. I'm the only honest Michigan fan out there. I bleed corn and whatever the fuck colors they have. Corn and blue. This is America. We don't say the Spanish word for corn, so. Corn and watercolor, so that's I'm a big fan. You know, I'm all about them guys. Like John Harbaugh and the Big M. You know, the Tom Brady went there, so that's pretty cool. So I'm clearly a big Michigan fan. I can name all the players. You got big homie, little homie, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I just call people by their number. I'm like, yo, what up, 11? And he's like, what's up, dude? And I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? And he's like, yeah, chilling, dude. And I'm like, yeah. See, big fan. Big fan. Know them all on a personal basis. Which coach was that? That's not Joe Paterno, was it? It might have been him. Or was that Bill O'Brien or some crazy shit? It was Joe Paterno? He said that? That's crazy. Joe Paterno was wild. And with that crazy voice he's got, where he sounds like he's crying all the time. They had to tear down his statue because he was a rape apologist. He was just kind of like, hopefully Jerry will get done in there soon. And you know, something similar happened at The Ohio State University. And you know how the state of Pennsylvania basically just, treated Joe Paterno like he was just as guilty as the guy who did it? You know what the state of Ohio did for their scandal like that? They elected the guy who turned the other cheek to Congress. His name is Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan is basically Ohio State's Joe Paterno. He basically just kind of turned his back on some guy who was fucking a bunch of wrestlers in the butt and just didn't do anything about it. And then as a reward, the state of Ohio went, we should elect this guy to Congress. And they did. And they keep putting him there. Basically the same thing as Joe Paterno. And that's why Ohio is a shit state. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, what are you going to do? Like, what, like, did 1957? He's not actively like pointing or screaming at anything. He just, you can kind of see, like, you can kind of believe that he may have just been trying to see what was going on there. It's not like he has like this weird, like, aggressive bad history of being like a bad racist guy. It's, I know it's gonna sound bad, but like, what are you gonna do about the 1957? Like segregation was legal. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, that was like a federal like thing. Like I don't know. It's kind of like, what are we supposed to do? Like, if he apologized, that's even big. At first, he said he'd never apologize for that picture when it first got brought up. Now it's like he seems to be like, hey, you know, I fucked up. I like, I don't even know where the fuck. Yeah, first of all, I didn't even know cameras existed in 1957. I'm gonna be very honest with you, as Jerry Jones. See, that would be a way to win this situation over pretty quick. Be like, Well, I'll be very honest. I didn't even know there was cameras in 1957. You could just kind of old man that out. Be like, it's not like I was in the picture screaming and pointing. I was just kind of looking like, what the fuck is going on over here? I was just curious about what all the hubbub was. So I could see why people are a little, you can kind of forgive stuff like that. Again, if he maybe was in a little bit, further up and was like grabbing a guy by the collar or something and pushing him, it'd be like, Jerry, this is really hard to forgive, man. You were like a terror. You weren't even just like a racist. You were like an active like beater of the people. Like, not on my watch. Whatever slur would have came out of his mouth in the 1950s. They probably had some crazy slurs in the 1950s. Like, you think like racists today got some good words. I'm pretty sure fucking all the slurs got made up in the 1950s. And that's why they're all slurs today. Like, they were just made and then now they're either just passed around the white community for about a decade, and then we went, all right, we can't let anybody know we were saying this. And now everything, like any kind of word white people say with like a little bit of like a weird thing, it kind of sounds like you're saying a slur. Like, for example, hey, ape. You better get your gumdrop self off my property. I feel weird. I called him a gumdrop. Like, there's nothing. Like, anything a white guy says with like any kind of like direct authority, it kind of comes off as really aggressive and kind of slurry, doesn't it? It has this weird energy behind it. Yeah, and all I said was gumdrop. Watch this. Hey, sweetest fish. What are you doing over here? Hey, Tootsie Pop. Oh, but that has some weird sexual energy. That one's actually used. Hey, apple pie. Hey, yeah, you, Mr. Apple Pie Man. Get over here. Got some words to pick with you. It's like, Jesus. Why do those feel bad? And I think that's an exclusive ability white people have, and I don't know why that is. Like, it feels like an aggressive energy, and all I'm doing is calling you candy names. That shouldn't even feel weird. What's up, Kenny? It should feel like I'm just like, yeah, it just has this weird like slur feeling, and it shouldn't. I'm literally just trying to say like, you're a hostess cupcake, aren't you? It's just weird. Did you know that Sunday 18% of the population in the United States will watch the Miami Dolphins play the San Francisco 49ers? Really? Is it that many? I know the 49ers are one of the more popular teams in football, but do the Dolphins have that big a fan base? I guess they kind of have a really fair weather fan base. Not to be too rude to Dolphins fans. Stop being a milk dud. Yeah, see, watch. See, like me saying that. Rob, stop being a milk dud. Like, what does that mean? Doing good, Kenny. How you doing today? Just kind of chilling. Probably gonna be live for a little while longer, like another 15 or so. This is the most full the stream's been all night. It's been a pretty dead night tonight with the 6 of us here. This is one of the worst streams we've done in quite some time. I'm wondering what the cause is. Usually we're like double digits on nights like tonight, but I guess not tonight. Just never got going. I don't know. We've had a fun stream. I don't really care. I've been enjoying myself. Yeah, I got to get through next week and the week after. Beard itched. Yeah, but do you think that's enough to draw away the most of the people? I don't think enough of my people watch. The people that watch my channel watch college football. Could be wrong though, I guess. Right? Yeah, probably. Utah leads by 23. Well, they probably will. I see it's pretty safe. So yeah, I don't know. I could believe that the Dolphins and 49ers are going to have quite the view and audience. Plus, like, I don't know. I think all the good games are a little bit later. Let me look at the schedule real quick. Oh, it's a 4 o'clock game. Chiefs and Bengals will be one of the bigger one too. No one's gonna be watching the Chargers versus the Raiders though at 4 o'clock on that week. Everybody's in the Seahawks and Rams. Everybody. Yeah, see, when you look at like what the actual games are though, it's kind of like, is that even an impressive statistic? Because it's like, well, I mean, look at what 18% of the population, not just the football. Okay, actually, when I read it in totally, but like looking at the other football game, it was just a football watching audience. It's like, well, its only other competition is the Chiefs and the Bengals. No one's gonna watch the other games. Who gives a shit about most of those? Utah could hit 50. Oh shit, they're on 50 Bergs. They could hit at 50. It's very possible. They're damn. What rank is USC? Didn't all USC need to do was like win and they were in the playoffs? Now they just like shot themselves in the foot. Oh, damn, dude. So like if they would have won this game, they were going to the playoffs, the top 10. They're the top 4 teams. Sheesh. Down goes the Trojans. Ugh. From 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. Oh, well, that sucks. It's gonna get super windy. Eesh. Damn, Utah beat USC. That's a pretty big upset for them. They just ended a team's chances at going to the big dance. Now they get to go. That's how it works. Ohio will make it Urbana. Yeah, I heard they're not going to let Michigan in though, Kenny. They're considering letting in only SEC teams this year. So they're thinking Bama and Tennessee will replace Michigan and Ohio State. This was breaking news because they're like, Michigan probably doesn't belong. Unfortunately. Yep. And I'm the most honest Michigan fan, and I agree with the decision. Yeah, only SEC allowed. Yeah. And I'm an honest Michigan fan. TCU will be replaced by Georgia Tech probably. Or Florida, they're not sure yet. They're going to flip a coin. LSU, maybe. Florida, possibly. Just real teams. Oh, Georgia Tech's in the AC. I don't really know college football. I just assumed they were in the SEC because they were in Georgia. So you'll have to forgive me on that one. I guess my bid is over, huh? I've been exposed as a fraud. But I'm also I only root for Michigan, so I only really follow the Big Ten because I'm an honest Michigan fan. We just don't belong. We couldn't beat Tulane University in the SEC. If I'm being honest. Are they in the SEC? Tulane? Seems like a place where an SEC. That seems like a SEC school. I don't think they're very good though, so they're probably not. No, damn. Grambling State. There we go. They wouldn't be able to beat Grambling State. That's SEC. I don't even know where that is, but that sounds like SEC country. Big conference should be SEC. Oh, fine. UAB, University of Alabama. UAB. There we go. SEC. There we go. Boom. One of Alabama's biggest rivals, naturally. A really good team. Excuse me. Bro, come on. Fine. UCF, University of Central Florida. Got boom, clap, game, match. I got one that time. Am I right? All right. The Florida State Seminoles. I don't think they're SEC actually because they're weak. Florida Atlantic. If not, I got the best answer coming up. Ain't no way these guys aren't in the SEC. South Carolina. Who the fuck actually plays in the SEC? I have no idea. Holy shit, dude. How all these teams play in the SEC country and oh, I got one? All right, there we go. That's my example. My next team was Kentucky, so I'm running out of room. I had no teams left after Kentucky. That would have been my last guess. Michigan is better, or it would be not as good as the lowly South Carolina Gamecocks. It's like, dude, they're like a good team. Like, that's not that crazy. They're like every so often decent. Oh yeah, they get their shit pushed in by Kentucky, like an actual joke team. You know, everybody on Kentucky looks like Mitch McConnell. That's like a requirement. FCS, they lost. They couldn't beat App State that one time. They've never played them again out of fear of losing again. If that was me, I'd play them again if I was Michigan, but they're just too afraid. Don't want to lose again like that. I don't know. I'm out of things to talk about, guys. Fun stream tonight, though. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to start to wrap it up here, though. It's been about 2 hours. It's midnight. So, as per usual, tomorrow, hopefully everything's a little bit busier in here when we do the Week 13 NFL preview stream. So that'll be pretty fun. Hopefully some more people show up. Tonight was a little slow. Thank you to everyone who did show up. You guys made it. It was slow with people, but like it was a fun stream overall. So. Sorry to block you so many times, Jags. I get autistically angry when people start spamming. It's a super like light trigger. If I can't ban people, I just get like madder and madder because I'm like, I don't want to ban this person. Why are they doing this to me? Yeah, exactly. That'd be pretty nice, Abe. That's what should happen. I forgot. Didn't they move App State up into like the FBS? Like they're not like a Division II school or whatever anymore. Like FCS D1 or whatever the fuck they were prior to. They're like a Big East school now or some shit like that. They got picked. They were like, all right, you guys are probably too good to keep in that level. You guys just keep beating everybody. It's like something similar with like if North Dakota State was pushed in because it's like, yeah, you guys just keep beating everybody here. I don't think it's fair we let you keep just kind of running everybody's ass beatings. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's a couple other ones than App State that are like, I think really close to being like, are we going to just let North Dakota State, and South Dakota State run the FCS for however long they feel like? Is that fair? I don't know if it is, especially with them North Dakota schools. It's like, they should be. I know they're small, but like, motherfuckers never lose. They'll go like 11-1 every year. Same with South Dakota State. It's like, you guys are all kind of too good for this. I know only if you're small schools, but. Yeah, Rice, James Madison, North South Dakota State. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Yeah, you know, like even if like you guys are a little too good to be in that. I know you guys are small, but like. Yeah, I was going to say they could be Mac. But anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your evening. I'll see you when I see you next. Hopefully it's tomorrow. Maybe it's during the NFL streams. You never know. Yeah, that's about it. Unless anybody has anything dire, but I don't think so. Yeah, the MAC has all the good schools. Don't let anyone fool you. But all right, if that's that. All right, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see you when I see you next. All right. Peace out. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. Thanks for watching the stream tonight. I appreciate it. Peace out.